Southeast Asian nation of Cambodia survived a regime that killed teachers and banned education. More than 30 years later, some passionate educators are trying to ensure that Cambodia's children learn about their history and culture.
In Cambodia, just a generation ago, teachers and students could have been killed for reading books,
stand,
learning English,
up, sit down,
even performing traditional dances. Today, students are allowed to learn, but their nation's violent past reverberates even still, creating obstacles for all Cambodians who love culture and value education. In 1975, the communist Khmer Rouge, led by Pol Pot, seized power. They forced millions of Cambodians into farm labor. They saw city people, professionals, performing artists and teachers as their enemies. They turned some schools into prisons and torture centers. Lipo Long was 7 years old then, the child of an educated family.
In 1977, I remember my father was killed by Khmer Rouge soldier. They shoot and they take a knife, and very sad at that time when I remember about my father. That is, I always cry.
Khmer Rouge soldiers burned books and destroyed schools. They hunted down those who spoke French, those who wore glasses, anyone with a hint of education, including Long's older brothers.
He was the engineer, and one is went to the university, and so that they killed them. And my family think in the future they will kill all our family. So we escaped.
Long's family crowded into a rickety boat in the middle of the night. The boat sank. They barely made it to shore. Other educated people survived the Khmer Rouge regime by pretending to be farmers, like Bunroon Nath, now Cambodia's Deputy Minister of Education.
During the Khmer Rouge, everyone, not only me, you cannot tell them I was teacher, no. I'm the worker. Because the 75 to 80% of our teacher was killed during the Khmer Rouge regime.
In January 1979, the Khmer Rouge Authority collapsed. Cambodia had to start over, rebuilding an entire education system.
Zero school, zero teacher, zero student. We just rebuild the country from zero. At the beginning, you start from only 10 people. In the ministry, close your eye and imagine, you start from 10 people in the ministry.
But how to begin? They put out a desperate call for volunteer teachers, any volunteers.
No need bachelor degree, no need grade 12, no need grade 10 or grade 9. If you want to become teacher, please.
Volunteers were given as little as 2 weeks training. They focused on the primary level. Students gathered in abandoned buildings, even under trees. Ongoing conflict and poverty plagued these efforts. And as a result, many children like Lipo Long had no school to attend. But determined to learn, Lipo Long traded food for English and French lessons. After a peace agreement in 1991, and with international help, Cambodia was able to expand the school system and extend it through to university. Today, most Cambodian children, like Lipo Long's daughter, Buthom, attend primary school.
Never absent, never late. She always first class every year. So I'm very proud of her.
Buthom Long hopes to move on to secondary school, but only 1 in 4 Cambodian children makes it to this level. There are still not enough teachers, especially in areas like Stung Treng province, where Long's family works a small farm in an undeveloped region on the Mekong River near the Laotian border. This is one of the poorest parts of Cambodia, which in turn is one of the least developed countries in the world. In some rural areas, there are 95 students for every primary school teacher, forcing students to attend classes in shifts of 4 hours each day. And many of Cambodia's teachers are not well trained. In remote areas, almost half of primary school teachers have only a primary education themselves. What's more, although education is free by law, teachers often charge fees to supplement their poverty-level wages, making it impossible for many poor children to attend school. Something Lipo Long is unwilling to accept. And so he teaches poor children for free, his way to honor his murdered father and brothers.
I try to work to help the children, but I don't have any support. I don't know how to find the money to help my daughter to continue to the high school or the other school.
When I grow up, I want to be like my grandfather, because he was a smart man and could solve every problem.
Buthom Long wants to become a lawyer, but fewer than 3 in 100 Cambodian students go to university. The odds are worse for Buthom and her friends, because they're female, from the countryside, and poor. Despite the hardships of poverty, local parents are eager to pass on their wealth of cultural knowledge, which they had to keep secret during the Khmer Rouge attacks. Parents who never learned reading and writing can help teach music and dance.
Culture is a part of our heart. It's the most important, I think, because when we provide them education at school, every student should know our culture.
Long is proud that his daughter is learning a 1,000-year-old dance that was almost lost forever in the Khmer Rouge reign. Long and others like him are reviving culture and education to give the younger generation a life that is richer in many ways.
We want to develop the country without education, because we think that more education, less poverty.